Hi there, students. Mutatis mutandis. Okay, this is a legal phrase. This is an adverb. Oh yes, this suggestion came from Oksana, so thank you. This is talking about when the necessary changes have been made. But I think it's easier if I give you an example. I want to rent my friend's house for a month in the summer. And my friend says, yes, but we need a contract. We can use the same contract that my friend used last year in the summer. But the same contract, mutatis mutandis, changing the details that need to be different. So maybe the price will be different. The person who rents it is going to be different. The date and the duration is going to be different. But all of the rest of the contract is going to be the same. So we're going to use the same contract, mutatis mutandis, changing the details that need changing. The necessary, and then mutatis mutandis, I will then sign the contract once the changes have been made. And this is the idea. It's the changing of the details of something, but keeping the core elements, the core idea. So, for example, very often, big international companies have a standard employment contract and standard employment terms. However, the legislation is slightly different in each country. So the Human Resources Department use the template, the standard contract, mutatis mutandis, changing the things that are necessary to comply with local legislation. And that is the idea. It's saying once the necessary changes have been made, once things are it's suitable for our purposes. So, for example, we have maritime law, and maritime law, mutatis mutandis, can be applied to space travel as well. So space law is probably going to be the same, mutatis mutandis, as the current laws governing the seas, of the current maritime law. So the core ideas are the same, but certain necessary changes have to be made. Or, for example, you could use this to talk about a theory or an argument. In philosophy, you could perhaps use another or use a theory in different circumstances, as long as there are slight adjustments. And this is mutatis mutandi, changing the things that are necessary. Very often it goes in commas. So we'll use the same contract, mutatis mutandi, or the same contract, mutatis mutandi, will be used. It's saying, having made the necessary changes, or with having considered the respective differences. For example, a loan agreement with a bank. The bank, probably you already have a loan with the bank, and the bank take the contract that you have and apply changes to it. So you're going to use the same contract, Mutatis Mutandi, changing the amounts, the dates, the interest rate, but all of the central core terms are going to stay intact. And that is the idea of Mutatis Mutandi. You keep the same thing, the same ideas. Okay, so let's see, formality. This is a piece of legal Latin, and I think I would give it a 6.5, maybe even a 7 in formality. And then as to origin, this is late legal Latin, meaning having changed what needs to be changed. So mutatis, ablative plural of mutatus, changed, to change. Mutandis, the ablative plural. Okay, so changing what is to be changed, having changed what is needed, what we need to change. So, mutatis mutandis. Bye for now.